As you can see, I don't have any glide. It's sandpaper. I can't keep up with anybody. There's no way. I don't know what's going on. What I'm gonna do now, if I'm gonna quit or, but this was pretty bad. Well, tack så mycket. Perfekt. Now back in 2020, this is where I started. I'm probably not even here where I'm standing right now because this is middle of group 10. I was pretty much jammed all the way in the back against the trees there. And the conditions were similar like it is today and like it's going to be tomorrow with you know, little snow, a bit warm, a bit cold. Only difference was that 4 hours before the start, in the middle of the night, suddenly it started snowing like crazy. 11.5 hours I used. I cried when I came to the finish line and I said never again. And I could have given up easily right there and then and stood by my word and never done it again. But I didn't want to be known as the guy who did Vasaloppet in 11.5 hours and then quit. I do get those people who kind of do quit though, you know? After done Vasaloppet once, had a horrible experience and then, yeah, not for me. I'm going on with my life. But I was just destined to have like a good experience. To do Vasaloppet once with a good experience. 2021 wasn't really a time where I was allowed to do it. But I did it anyways. I mean, it's a long time ago, so I can say how I did it. I basically took off the skis and went over the border through the forest. And got picked up on the other side because the borders were closed because this was in the middle of COVID. So came back in 21 then. It wasn't like a normal Vasaloppet, it was just you have to book a time, and I booked the time just perfect because it was sun, it was super cold, it was ice and I had tailwind. So going from 11.5 hours to 5.5 hours was just like, what the hell happened there? And as you can see on the footage, I didn't actually look professional either, did I?
Kom igen då!
With some skating through the control stations and yeah, and after 21 I was hooked, and ever since taking step by step and we've been moving on up. And here we are 5 years later and suddenly I'm able to start in start group 2, and I can tell you this much, that after going into the finish line in 2020, after 11.5 hours in the tracks, barely making the rope, this was never in my imagination that I would be able to start here 5 years later. But here we are. And I now only have 1,500 people ahead of me maybe. So that means I have 13,500 people starting behind me, ready to chase me to Mora. So you can imagine the pressure has never been bigger. But I'm ready for it. Whatever happens tomorrow, I'm ready for it. It's probably not gonna be the last time I'm standing here. I have a hunch, a little hunch, that it's not gonna be the last time, so. Saturday evening, I'm about to go to bed, but I'm a bit more anxious than I should be. After I picked up a start bib down here in Sälen, I went up to the mountain and I met Rune. He is a friend who also skied Vasaloppet 45. He had a bit worse skis than I had, and he wanted to compare my skis and his skis today to see if his skis have improved a little bit, if he's choosing the right guide. and the right grind. So I brought the skis. I'm gonna use a pair of Speedmax 902 warm ski with a quite coarse grind. Was again lucky to borrow a pair of skis from Midtlukkeren, and I talked to Lars, and he said that with the weather forecast that is to be, these skis should do the trick. And I absolutely agreed. We came to a conclusion together. We talked to the people who grind at Midtlukkeren, and we all said, okay, yeah, these skis are gonna be quite good. And so when we tested our skis together then earlier today, this happened. So as you can probably understand, I'm a bit freaked out right now. I didn't expect him to glide past me with that much of a distance. So I talked to Lars, and they should go tomorrow still. The reason is obviously I tested them in the afternoon when it got colder, and also I was on a mountain where the snow is more dry, I suppose, and more cold, more icy up there. It's supposed to be a lot warmer along the Vasaloppet tracks, so... And it's all up to me in the end, of course. I choose the equipment. Nobody does it for me. It's my responsibility. So again, I'm not gonna paint the situation all black, but yeah, it does stress me out a little bit. But I'm gonna go to bed now, and I might get up early to get my skis up front in the starting group. We'll find out tomorrow, and just gotta cross our fingers that the skis are gonna suit the conditions we're gonna get tomorrow. Good morning. 7:05, 55 minutes until Vasaloppet 2025. I woke up 3 o'clock, 3:30, and I noticed Halvard and Jonas started talking. I started getting dressed, so I figured, alright, you know what? I'm gonna commit to it this year. So I went up as well and stood in line for start group 2 around 3:45, 3:50. 1.5 hours queuing. So now I'm all the way in the front of start group 2. Like I said, committed this year. So went back to the car, slept for an hour, and now it's go time.
Get the back on. Get the back on.
Alright, here we are, Vasaloppet 2025, start group 2, all the way in the front. I'm always nervous when I'm here, but I think today I'm a little bit more than usual. We're starting in 10 minutes, I give my very best. I'll see you at the finish line.
Vasaloppet. Det är som en förstärkning till
I bet the suspense is killing you right now. Or maybe if you follow me on Strava, you already know. But let's just get over with it, shall we? Considering the mood I'm in, you can probably understand it went quite well. But it wasn't a given, but we'll come back to that. Made it to Mora with the time of 5 hours and 22 minutes. 21:56 to be more precise. And what I mean by that it wasn't a given is that when I went on the start line this morning, put on my skis and kind of, felt the snow a little bit by taking them back and forth. I had the same feeling when I put it on yesterday and did the ski test, and that feeling was sort of correct because everything went quite okay up to the top of the climb and I started to get going a bit. It was just sandpaper, so I freaked out a lot because people were just like coming past me, just waves of people, and I tried my best to kind of like to get on the back of the skis of people, but it didn't matter because everybody had such good glide, and there's super easy and quite a lot of downhill to the first control station that is Smågan. So as you can see, I don't have any glide. It's sandpaper. I can't keep up with anybody. There's no way. I don't know what's going on. What I'm gonna do now. If I'm gonna quit or. But this was really bad. It was a bit of a straining moment, and I really feared that it would be like a repeat of last year where everything just completely stopped and the skis just were planted in the snow. I came to Smågan, so I figured, okay, let's just take a breather. I'm not gonna lie, the thought of just taking off my skis and just walking out of the tracks was quite tempting, but decided to continue. And then just before Mångsbodarna, around 20 k's, a little more than 20 k's, it started to get warmer, and I knew that my skis would perform better when it got warmer and the snow produced more water. And that's what happened, luckily. And so the skis really started to perform from that point on then. And once I got down to Tenning and started the climbs towards Risberg, I started to pick up people again and get past a lot of people, and the body started to feel a little bit better as well, started to get into the groove, and I had a really good fueling program as well, fueled all the time. And that meant I had like power left when I came to Höckberg, so I managed to like keep it going, even though it probably hurts those last 18 k's. You just have to keep it going, you just can't stop, and just your arms are just like screaming from that point on in. Oh, so I was pretty relieved then when I made it to the finish line. I knew that I had set a personal record of 5 hours 22 minutes and smashed the older one with 45 minutes or something, so pretty relieved, to put it that way. And that was my only goal, really. I just wanted to get under 6 hours, and that would just be a bonus, whatever happens after that. If that's all. Or not have a repeat of last year, obviously. Yeah, luckily I managed both, and quite relieved now. So feels like some weight just came off my shoulders. As pathetic as that sounds. So that's it. Vasaloppet 2025. I can now rest easy and do something else. I don't know yet. We'll see. It's been fun, and I really appreciate you watching and commenting and liking and everything. So there might be more ski racing coming later this season. Surprise, surprise. We'll see. I'll see you very soon again. Thanks for watching. Peace.